What's happening, family?
What's going on?
Welcome back to another episode of
Is this going to cause an argument?
I'm your host, Marcus Tanksley, a.k.a. Tank. You know what it is. NAACP Image Award nominated in the same category as Michelle Obama Tanksley.
Yeah.
And I'm joined by the co-host. Go on, let them know who you are.
My name is Angel Tanksley. Angel Lakita Moore. Also known as 3-time winning NAACP Image Award. That chick angel. Yes, thank you, baby. If this is your first time tuning in to this NAACP Image Award nominated podcast, we welcome you. This is a podcast that me and my gorgeous, sexy husband, who, if y'all didn't see him in his fits for the NAACP Image Awards, you missed out on some eye candy. We so welcome you here. We talk about things concerning, a lot of times, relationships, goals, interpersonal things, family. We have 4 children, which we'll tell you about later on. But we are joined live in studio in our chat with our Patreon, who we affectionately call our immediate family. They are Angel's Wings. They are Tanks Riders. They are the reason why we are nominated and winners in this building today of NAACP Image Awards. You too can be a part of our immediate family by joining our Patreon for the low of $5 at patreon.com/thatchickangel. And I'm also going to remind you all that you can rate and review us, especially on Apple Podcasts. This makes us more discoverable, because is this going to cause an argument? Ain't going nowhere. So feel free to rate and review us over there. We're also joined by some amazing sponsors today. And those sponsors for today's podcast are BetterHelp and Earnin. We'll tell you more about them later on in the podcast and how you can check them out and get a little discount on us. Amen and amen.
Absolutely. Hey, y'all. So we usually kick this off every week with, we got a few segments we use, but the first one we usually kick it off with is one of two. Is either getting what's it called? Is it getting something off my chest?
Why don't you know this title?
Because I do it. I don't let us tell it every single week, and I rarely do this segment on here. In my feelings, which is the same exact thing. Said we call it.
Y'all was sweating
all right,
us.
Anyway, shut up.
Shoot.
We usually that or Tanksley Pride. We're gonna do Tanksley Pride this week.
All right.
So go ahead and go.
Why you talking to me, Cash Crazy?
Because you was talking Cash Crazy.
When?
Go ahead.
When?
Just now.
Okay, guys. So my Tanksley Pride story. First, let me tell you what the hell Tanksley Pride is. We have 4 boys. They are ages 14, 9, and 4. And Tanksley Pride is what we call those 4 boys. They are our pride and joy. And we love to share, bi-weekly stories about something they've done, didn't do, pissed us off doing, or made us proud doing. So I have twins, or we have twins. They just turned 9. Mm-hmm. One of the twins has a friend from their old school, because they just switched schools going from 2nd to 3rd grade. But in 2nd grade, there was a little girl that had a crush on him, and he had a crush on her. Mm-hmm. He made her a Valentine's Day gift, all this stuff. Like, they were, she's an adorable little girl. Well, they hadn't been communicating. He had been like blowing her up on text, and I said, stop texting that girl.
Yeah.
I was like, you seem like a little crazy ass stalker. Stop. And I explained to him why. And so he hadn't been texting her. Well, then lo and behold, she pops up in his twin brother's text and was like, can you all come to the sweetheart dance at the old school? Well, because I missed their birthday, I was like, if I'm in town, I'm going to take them, because I didn't get to do anything with them for their birthday, for real. So I didn't tell them that we were going. I took them and their older brother, who graduated from the elementary school. We pull up and we happen to see her. She's one of the first people we see as we're about to head to the park, where the park. He rolls down his window and he screams her name. Hey, da, 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 da. She turns and looks. Well, no, first I scream to her mother. I go, hey, such and such. She turns around. He rolls down the window. He goes, hey, da, da. The girl turns around. Her face is like,
mm-hmm.
Like she's so excited, right? And so my kids look a mess. They're dusty, ashy. I said, I said, Kai, your riz is all gone with these ashy legs. To the point now he's embarrassed. He thinks he could tie.
He should be.
He thinks he could tie a hoodie around his legs to cover up the ash. I said, that's not going to work.
He should be embarrassed.
We had to go to the nurse's office to get lotion. That's how bad they look.
You gotta keep telling you can't do all this suave, smooth, I got riz, I'm cool, and then look like you been kicking baby powder.
I mean, that's what he looked like. Once we got the lotion on their legs, though, it was Gucci. They were like superstars there. The girls were running. Oh my God, did you see Kaya tie? Did you guys? I'm seeing this. The girl who invited them is constantly like running away, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, God, ask why she ain't text you back. And he was like, no, I mean, she had texted Sai, and we didn't tell her we were coming. I said, no, I want you to ask her why she ain't texted you back when you were texting her before, because I thought she didn't like you, and I'm trying to make sure you don't bother somebody that does not want to be communicated with. And he was like, oh, well, he never asked her. Well, anyways, they start back texting this weekend. And this boy I make him tell me all the text messages. And it sounds like a really fun conversation. They're talking about each other's avatar on the game that they play. And she's talking about a sports event that she's about to go to. And I was like, oh, okay, this is great. Well, then I said, give me the iPad. And I let them know. I said, just FYI, y'all don't have any privacy when it comes to these iPads. I can look at your messages at any time I want to. And if I find out that you've erased something, know that we're going to have an issue. This boy then up and asked this girl, and it's in one singular word, each text, do you have a crush, ... on me? It said, do you still? He sends back, first she's recording a song, and it's that Jack Harlow song, I ain't vanilla, baby, but I'll choke you. I said, first of all, this song is inappropriate. I said, I don't think she knows what the song is about. And she's, I don't like no change, you cannot me down, but you can whip your loving on me there. And I was like, what is she trying to say? Mm-hmm. And then finally she was like, don't say anything, but yes. I said, oh my God. So me and him had a whole discussion. I was like, how do you feel about that? You know, he told me he was nervous. First he was trying to be cool. And I said, we not having that. Did you act cool with your mom, or she never asked you any stuff like that?
No, my parents wouldn't. Daddy, he would ask me to tease me, but they wasn't in my business like it.
Oh yeah, he was trying to be all cool. Like, nah, I don't have no crush on her. I was like, you a lie. Because when she finally texted him back later, she texted me back. I said, why are you so hyped if you don't like his girl? He was like, I'm not even smiling. I was like, I call him Captain America. First of all,
That's hilarious.
Sai thinks that is the funniest thing I've ever come up with. The way Sai laughed.
The way Sai laughs at Kai will make you laugh. Sai will, the hardest chuckle and laugh will come from him if he's laughing about something that Kai.
Yeah, I said, Kai, you always big cap. I said, you cap in America. Sai said, So yeah, he told me, I said, why are you nervous? I said, it's because you don't know what to say. You don't know what to do. He was like, I don't know what to do. And I said, okay, that's fine. I was like, thank you for letting me know. And so we left it alone. But it's crazy to see this boy who is very much so all about how he comes off, being popular, all about his aesthetic, being in a situation that he really is not mentally or emotionally prepared for. But it's cute at the same time. But yeah.
Yeah, he just real quick on the side laughing at him. So y'all know I'm into telescopes. I be looking at the galaxies and stars and stuff. So I'm outside one night, one of my telescopes, and I'm looking. So Sign Kai they got this little toy telescope, like, like something you would buy in the toy section, like at like Walmart or something. Mm-hmm. You look through it, is the picture at the most is gonna magnify. It's like a magnifying glass, like well any telescope is, but this one is just like for reading on the paper. Anyway, he's laying on the ground, pointing this thing up at the sky and trying to adjust it. Sal walks out and sees this. Guys constantly moving it on because they see how careful I'm. Like, you gotta barely touch it because you looking at stuff real. So you like, I literally have to put my hand on the side and just like slightly tap it just to get it to move, like barely. Kai's just moving this thing. The legs are all over the place. Sal walks out and it's like, "Oh my God, Kai, what are you doing?" And he just bust, like he's on his back on the ground, laughing, holding his stomach. Like, he's laughing.
Oh my goodness.
So every time Kai moves and does something different, it just amps it all up again. Kai side just starts laughing all over again. He's like, "What are you doing?"
See, he does not care about her.
He's like, "No, wait, feelings. No, Sai, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Check this out." And Sai's just losing it. You doing an ad?
I can't.
No, I didn't want to start mine and then.
Oh no, it was whatever you wanted to do.
Go ahead and do it.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. So if I had an extra hour in the day, I might work out, depending on how tired I was, or maybe actually read a book, because that's something that I miss doing. Ooh, or maybe have a good conversation with a girlfriend, or just lay on my husband's chest and watch some silly movie somewhere. Or some movie that we ain't got no business watching. A lot of us spend our lives wishing we had more time. Now, the question is, though, time for what? If time was unlimited, how would you use it? I know I have tons of ideas of how I would use it. The best way to squeeze that special thing into your schedule is to know what's important to you and make it a priority. Therapy can help you find what matters to you so you can do more of it. This is one of the things that I feel like I tapped in with my therapist, who I also see online, was just really figuring out my priorities. And family and spending time with my family is a priority. That's why one of the things that I have focused on is choosing jobs and projects that allow me to bring my family and my friends to set or to that venue to be able to spend time with them. They ain't got to work. They just are there to enjoy whatever it is, but I get to have them near and to be able to love on them. And that's something that only therapy was actually able to make me realize, tap into, and actually make the changes so I could have what I wanted in life. If you're thinking about starting therapy, listen, you should give BetterHelp a try. What's great is that it's completely online. It's flexible, convenient. You can do it from wherever, whether you could be in your bathroom, your car, your garage, wherever you need it to be. And you can make it fit within your own schedule. All you're going to do is fill out a really short questionnaire, and they will match you with a licensed therapist. And get this, at no additional charge, you can change therapists if y'all not vibing right. So, learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/argue today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/argue.
Argue.
What's so crazy, right before I'm going to let you chew, I was so excited because last night I was like, finally, I got my voice back. And you hear what the hell I sound like right now. I sound like I've been screaming all weekend, and I haven't. When we had guests over yesterday, we were having a conversation, I felt no strain in my voice. My voice felt like it was back to 100%. This morning, dealing with Amar, my voice was like, "You don't need me this week, do you?"
Smoking them Newports.
Hush your mouth. I don't be smoking.
So,
whatever. Big-eyed, silly boy.
Yeah, my Tanksley Pride story, so I had to get that rest of that food out of my mouth. My Tanksley Pride story, it's actually on the twins as well. So I had to have have we talked to them since the birthday party?
I can't remember.
Y'all, we gonna get to that later on. We ain't been here since the birthday party, Kennedy?
No, I think we shot before.
We shot before that. So since our last episode, the twins have turned 9, and we had a birthday party. Angel couldn't be there; she was out of town touring. So the birthday party, hosting their birthday party, that actual activity fell on my shoulders, and we invited both their friends and both their classrooms, which was a lot of goddamn kids. But in that chaotic environment. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. It's just looking around the room and seeing a lot of people's kids and, whew, Lord Jesus.
Oh.
Excuse me.
A lot of things coming out of you.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that, but y'all know what I'm thinking. With some people's kids' needs and what they need to do with them kids. But there's Kai, I think I told y'all about the two different groups. Like, Sai has his group that's mixed with boys and girls. And Kai has his group that's like the wild boys. And I don't know, they were talking one day and Sai had to let him know, yeah, no girls are in your group because y'all are too wild.
He did say that.
That's what Sai told his brother. Y'all too wild. That's why ain't no girls in y'all's group. That's why they kick it with me over here, because we smooth. We laid back. We ain't doing all that roughhousing and stuff.
Well, he didn't say it like that, but yeah.
That's what he meant. I finally saw this. Actually, the first time I saw it was after their performance.
Mm-hmm.
They had a performance at their school, so we went to the school to see it. And at the end of it, everybody goes outside. All the kids come outside, hug the parents. Everybody takes pictures. Kids go to class. Parents go on about their day. So as we sitting in there and we talking to a couple of the parents, I like hear and feel all this energy behind me. And I just turned around and Kai and one of his friends, and it's so much crap happening just with them talking. It's like he's like touching, because Kai had a crown on, so he's like touching his crown and taking his crown off his head and putting it back on, and Kai's doing stuff to him, and it's just this whole battle, wrestle, pulling each other's clothes. And I was like, hey, stop. What are y'all? And the other kids' parents are standing right there and they just kind of smile. I say, hey, stop. What are y'all doing? It was just it was like a real small crowded space. I ain't think nothing of it. We get to the birthday party. So that was just two of them. That was my son, somebody else's child. Then at the party, the rest of the crew got together. Uh-huh. I forgot to show you that video of just the segment of them singing happy birthday. Uh-huh. When I tell you the amount of noise coming from that small corner of the table was mind-boggling. Mm-hmm. It was at one point in time, I think, Quinn, somebody came over and was like, okay, now they're throwing water bottles. So that's when I step over there.
Right.
On my way over there, that's when I was like, oh, are you ready to do the cake? I was like, yes. I grabbed Kai, pulled him away from his group, and set him beside Sai. This is where y'all going to do the cake. So they sang in happy birthday, and at that point, it was obvious to even Kai, because right after the birthday song, I take the cake and put it on the side, and I come back to Kai, and I said, do you see how everyone in the room is looking at your group of friends? He was like, yes. I was like, okay, usually you're in that group. Whatever. So I just left it at that. So then on the way home, I don't know if it was on the way home or maybe on the way to school the next school day. I can't remember when it was, but I had to have a talk with Kai, and I was just like, in so many words, I was like, you are a product of your environment. I said, you see how everybody, like you can see how wild and crazy your friends are. I said, that's the group that you're usually in. I said, right now it's kind of innocent, because, y'all in elementary school and, you just have your group of friends. I said, but as you get older and you get a part of these bigger groups, you get exposed to more things. I said, things get a little more serious. It's not just roughhousing. It then becomes other stuff that you get influenced by. And I need to have that conversation, because as cool as Kai wants to be, he's very concerned about being popular, looking cool. He's easily influenced by what other people think.
Yes.
And that's a problem. And I see that's a problem, and that's why I'm going to continue to have conversations with him, because this ain't something I can tell a 9-year-old one time and he gets it, so it's just something as a father I'm going to have to continually work on him with, because he is influenced by what people think. He cares a lot about what people think, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to be popular. And I was letting him know how dangerous that can be, even at his young age. I said, if you're willing to do anything to please people, that can get you in a lot of trouble, in a lot of bad ways.
Me and him ended up having that conversation after you a little bit told me about the party, and I started asking about this specific person. And I, made it very well known to him. I was like, if I begin to see the negative behaviors of others affecting your behavior, I said, I don't know what other people do in their house, when it comes to their children displaying undesirable behavior in school. I said, but I think you're fully aware of what we do in this house. And he was like, yes, ma'am. I said, this is your only warning. And I'd also, that one child, let me tell you, I finally got to experience him. I went to take the donuts to the school.
Oh, I forgot about that. Go ahead.
I took the donuts to the school. And again, I'm up in Kai's business because I also know there's somebody at his current school that he likes. And I'm like,
there's somebody at a school he ain't been to that he like. Right. Kai gonna like somebody.
And so I'm whispering to him, tell me who she is before I make a scene. I want to know. This child.
Which one of these bit? No,
yeah, I was like, point her out. And his friend was like, what did you say to him? I said,
what?
He said, what did you say to him? I said, none of your business. He was like, but what did you say? I said, get out of my business.
Woo.
I said, oh, this child.
So it's actually more than one, but that child is like the pinnacle of it.
I said, okay, I got you. You are one I can't do soft angel with. I'm going to have to just give you all of me. But I was just like, he was like, what did you say to him? I said, boy, because
he did the right one.
Because Kai was now trying to run away from me.
He
was like, Kai, what did she say? I said, it's none of your business. And I was like, all right, God. Then I was like, Kai was like, I don't know. I said, you know what? I don't got to ask you, Sai.
Yeah,
who is the person I'm looking for?
I would have been confused. Like, who are you talking to?
Listen.
So I had to tell Kai because multiple parents, and I got a little insight from that group from other parents. Like other parents have had to pull their children from that group. When I got insight of the type of stuff that goes on, I was like, okay, this is definitely a problem. But the other parents were like, oh my God, your kids are so well behaved. They're so good. They're so well behaved. I hope they rub off on my children. So I hope they rub off on my son. Oh my God, I hope they rub off. And I told Kai that. I said, these parents are hoping that your good behavior rubs off on them. But instead, you're going to be the one to let their bad behavior rub off on you. I said, and you don't want that because you got the wrong parents.
Listen, I asked him if any of his friends be using inappropriate language.
What do you say?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, he better tell the truth because I know for sure.
And I said, so he named his friends. I think he named off 4 people, right? And I said, who is using inappropriate language? He named off 4 people. I said, all of them. He was like, no, just da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I said, that sounds like everybody. I said, am I missing something? And I said, what type of words are they using? He said, the D word and the H word. And I said, if I hear either one of those come out of your mouth, I will snap that daggone iPad in 2. He was like, yes, ma'am. I was like, okay, all right. Oh, bless the Lord. This is, I mean, I really think he will be fine. But we just have to be constantly.
He'll be fine. He definitely will be fine. Like I said, he seemed like he ingested the conversation we had really well. And then I followed up y'all, we're going to get to it. One of the days last week I followed up. I was like, so how's it been going? And he was saying how he doesn't hang around the group that often because of the way the class is set up. And I was like, but you still hang around them.
Yeah, like, he hangs around them during lunch.
And it's often enough. As long as y'all's lunch is. But anyway, y'all, that's Tanksley Pride. We're going to keep it going.
You can just go into the main topic.
You want to go into the main topic?
Yeah, we got a lot because we ain't talked to them in forever.
We ain't talked to y'all. So, hey, y'all, the main topic is we catching up. It's
our short award season. We're going to give you all the ins and outs, everything.
Yeah, it feels like the last week was 6 months long.
Oh, my God. I was like, Marcus, do you realize it ain't even been a week since we did the golf?
She said the golf tournament was this week. I said it feels like it was 3 weeks ago. It was
insane.
Earlier this week.
It's insane.
Whew.
Do you want to start?
What do we start with? I can't remember the timeline. I got to go back to my schedule.
As you all know, I've been on tour with Kevin, and our last stops were in Texas. They were great. And then we took off this past weekend because of the NAACP Image Awards. Kevin was because he was last year's social media personality of the year, he had to present that award to whoever won this year. So he had to take the time off. And then also with us being nominated, we had events that we needed to attend. Now, one of the events that Marcus in particular wanted to go to was their
golf tournament,
their golf invitational.
Yeah,
which was at Dana Point this year, Monarch Beach, very prestigious golf course in Orange County.
Yeah, that golf course. I've here recently, I've been on quite a few golf courses, but that thing was pristine.
It's very beautiful.
There's a few of the few of the areas spike out to the beach, so like you overlooking the ocean.
Yeah,
the Monarch Beach Club is enormous. I told you I accidentally took the trolley the wrong way.
Yeah,
and we rode for like 30 minutes down to the beach where there's a whole nother club. But that golf course was amazing, and it was a star-studded event.
Yeah,
there were so many athletes, so many actors, comedians.
It was attached to the Waldorf Astoria. I always put the R in the wrong place and want to go Waldorf Astoria.
Yeah.
So that was already really that was a complex thing to try to get through because the way they do the golf tournament, like you are on teams. What is it called? The scramble?
Scramble, yeah. It's a lot of people call it best ball or a scramble. So basically you're on a team. It's a team of four, usually 4 people, but 4 or 5 people. And everybody tees off, basically hits their ball at the beginning, and whoever gets the best balls land at the best spot, that's where you play from. And you do that on each thing. So you try to get to the green basically to get it in the hole. As soon as it gets on the green, everybody shoots from that spot. And we were playing with 2 extremely good people. One person was extremely decent. One of the people was a PGA America president.
Yeah, like he's had 30 years inside of the professional golf arena and career in working on diversifying it as well. His name was Kenny.
Yes.
Kenny something. I was about to say Kenny Williams. That's not his name,
but it's Kenny. Then the other guy whose name was Kendrick or something.
Kendall.
He was his company
owned the golf course
and maintained it. So both of these dudes was like, Kenny, the first dude, PGA guy, he said he only plays like 7 times a year. But I was like, you probably been playing 7 times a year for the past 40 years, though.
Yeah, no.
Because this man was ridiculously good. And then we had the extraordinary Joshua Gonzalez on our team.
Who plays golf as his like actual hobby. Yeah. And then there was the Tanksleys, period. Giving all the star-studdedness to the team.
Man. Just myrtleizing that grass.
I picked up so many chunks of grass.
I got disappointed because I'm new to golf. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I ended up, I don't know. The last couple times I went, I didn't have an issue. I got an injury like right here in the top of my arm, right here in the corner. And it swelled up and got really sore and tender. I don't know where that came from. So I set we did 18 holes. I set 4 holes out, I think. And then I think I played the last 3 or 4.
Yeah, I did 11 holes.
And I had to switch up my grip and swing in the middle of the day. So that I had to learn how to swing the way to take tension off that part of my arm. It was disappointing, but in all, it was a really good time.
Everybody kept saying, "Oh my God, Angel, you're gonna play? This so brave."
That was actually annoying me. I didn't like that at all.
You're gonna play? You're so brave. I was like, I'm not going off to war. I'm hitting a ball with a stick.
They act like she was going to play paintball with real guns or something. Oh my God, you're gonna play? Oh wow! And
I had a good time. I don't know if I would have had as good of a time had I not been playing. There are people
you would have just been driving, drinking.
Oh, I mean, which I did both.
Yeah,
anyways.
We did. Yeah, we all did.
I mean, I would have been able to maybe mingle more because I was just with my group of guys the entire time. But it was still fun.
I think everybody was, though. How would you, unless you just got a cart and drove around to meet different groups?
Yeah, and they had a situation set up for people not actually playing.
Okay, that's dope. I didn't know
that's what they thought that I was going to do.
Oh.
And I was like, my husband bought me golf shoes. I was like, I'm playing. Lulu Gonzalez, shout out to her. I got to make sure I do a post. She gave me all these amazing gifts. I got my own golf bag now. She's about to give me all of her old clubs because this is Lulu in particular got me interested in getting better at golf because I follow her on Instagram, and it was just like, this is so dope. Just watching her progressively, because she's kind of showed her journey, get better. And she was like, and I don't mind you coming with me because you're married, because I don't want nobody who's looking for the same thing I'm looking for on the green.
Lulu's a punk. She was messing with each other.
She kept saying, I know my husband somewhere out here.
She said something smart like at one point, and like, I'm gonna go over here and see if I can practice with my husband over here. And she got over and started talking to him. I was like, hey babe, we about to leave here soon. Let me know when you ready.
She was like, I had to leave my husband to go to the Queer Tea Awards, which One Margarita was nominated for, but you stayed, and what all did y'all do when you stayed?
So we finished up, and then it's crazy. I spent most of that time because this is what happened. Once we finished, they told me to tell Angel, like, once Angel left, that's when because Angel thinks when I go play golf, it's like just full of women.
Golf. Yeah, because he doesn't go with me. He goes with guys.
She thinks the golf course is full of women. Just hoes all over the place.
That's what he's going to play for.
Bitches and hoes. That's
hoes with the L and hoes.
You used to a whole bunch of bitches being around. I was like, Angel, there's never been
a woman. Never been. Yeah.
Be a bunch of so they told me to tell her, Angel, there was like,
of course, full of whores.
They say, make sure you tell Angel when she left, all the bitches showed up.
Yes, this is what the PGA
I said, I'm going to find some random women, like, take a selfie with me real quick.
And die that day.
Anyway, so once we finished, I ended up meeting up with Josh because Tab and Carlos and all them had all their stuff in Josh's car because Josh had to go get his girlfriend.
Yes.
So I was like, I got to go up here. So I basically transferred everybody's stuff over to my car. So once I got back and got on the right track, because like I said, I didn't jump on the wrong one. I didn't realize we passed where we were, and we drove for like 30 minutes, zigzagging for 35 minutes. Once I made it back, they were doing the award ceremony and who won and everything.
And for the golf tournament.
For the golf tournament. Matt Barnes and his team, apparently they won last year also.
Oh, there was they won this year?
There. Yeah, the dude, there was this black dude wearing, everybody there was black. There was one older man wearing a tiger tail. He calls himself Tiger Hood. Because that's how they won, is apparently he's really, really good.
Oh, okay.
But he was so goofy. Like, I wish I could have saw him play because he was so much energy. But yeah, so I think Matt Barnes might be really good too. I'm not sure, but their team won it. The same team won again that year. But then they also gave, I think Lulu won the closest to the green.
Oh, I can believe that. Lulu's.
They had one for the men and one for the women's, and we thought Josh was gonna get it because Josh almost got a hole in one and won the hole. But the closest I think it was already at 5 feet, and he landed at 7 feet. But I was like, I don't believe that 5 foot mark. I think somebody's like, because if you could have seen the shot, it would have been pure luck, even for Josh. He was like, oh my God, please let this be the day. And when it landed and it rolled, we were like, oh, because it looked like it was going in, and then it rolled just past the hole. And they were like, the PGA guy was like, no, you definitely need to measure that because I think you had to win today. Nobody else could have hit that today. And we measured it, and then we looked, somebody said 5. We was like, ain't nobody get that 5 feet.
You a lie. Real quick, life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should payday? The money you earn can be in your hands today with Earnin. Do you understand how much of a great thing that is? Earnin is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $100 per day, and up to $750 per pay period. Just download the Earnin app and verify your paycheck, then access up to $100 a day as you work, and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. There are so many reasons why Earnin should be a part of your financial plan. Say, for instance, your car breakdown. Baby, you can't wait till that next paycheck. Earnin can help you out. Or maybe you got a little pet that needs to go to the vet. Listen, little Fluffy needs help now, not when you get paid. Or there's an unexpected trip or last minute gift to a loved one. Earnin can help you. Make Earnin a part of your financial routine and join Earnin's over 3.5 million customers who say things like, when I think of Earnin, I think about financial stability and security. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. Download Earnin today, spelled EARNIN, in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download Earnin, when you download the Earnin app, type in argument under podcast. When you sign up, it'll really help the show. Argument under podcast, available to you, subject to your available earnings, location, daily max, and pay period max. See earnin.com/TOS for details. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
So after the award ceremony, I actually did a little bit of networking in that space and talked to some people, and then we ended up going, because we were all just kind of waiting on traffic to die down, and we were hungry. So we went up to Tab and Chance's room. They had a boardroom in their room. Mm-hmm. First of all, the rooms were dope. Like, even our room was really nice. So we sat up there, we ate, and we was about to leave, and that's when I found out the results of the podcast.
So real quick, so I went to the Queerties with Victory. I was live with our Patreon. So again, if you're not a part of Patreon, you're missing some amazing things. They were able to help me decide on what jewelry and stuff to wear. And we were trying to do a watch party for the podcast awards that this podcast was nominated in, as well as, here's the thing, as well as my other category, Outstanding Variety Show. So we get to the Queerties, which was the ghetto. They wanted all of us to stand in a very long line. Listen, even Terrell Grice was like, what? You all have me on the ticket. You will not use me to advertise and then not let me in.
He's funny.
So luckily, one of my good gays, honey, Tony Moore, who I met during a workout class right before the pandemic, he was already at the front of the line. So I just got my little self up in that line with him. He was like, come on, you won margarita. You not standing in line. I said, exactly. So as we dealt with the technical difficulties that they were having with NAACP, me and Victory watched it live with you all. And so we found out Here's the Thing won. Well, ahead of time, we saw that a Black Lady Sketch Show won. And then we saw that Is This Going to Cause an Argument? Lost. So I was agitated beyond belief, right? I was irritated. One, because I found out Here's the Thing won not from watching it. I had found it out from the comments, the chat. And then also I was just like, why did we just lose? I was really frustrated. I was like, I have been campaigning my butt off. My husband has been campaigning. What had happened? So Marcus calls me and he's like, I can't get it to work.
Yeah, because it's me and Tab, and we were like, because they were like, shouldn't they have announced it? Because they moved it from 7 to 8. So I'm sitting there just refreshing like crazy, and I keep seeing the same video. The same video just keeps popping up. So finally, Tab, she's sitting there. She was like, I'm going to look at it too. So then as we sitting there refreshing, I'm like, dude, I can't do it. Angel's like, I can't walk you through it. I'm at the thing right now. I'm like.
Yeah, it was I was already agitated. It was loud and crowded where I was at. And so then him calling me thinking I was going to be able to walk him through something technical, or even, I don't even know if he was asking.
No, I wasn't. I was just like, I don't see anything. I was trying to find out if she knew anything.
I said, yeah, have you watched it? And he was like, no.
You text me, have I watched it? And I was like, yeah, we must have won. I think we won, because she ain't told me nothing. This type of stuff she does. Right. She wants me to see it. So I done got excited.
He over here in Orange County thinking our podcast has won the Image Award. So
then Tab, she finally got hers. We got ours to play like probably 3 seconds apart. Like, she got hers to play first. She's like, all right, I'll close mine so you can watch. I said, no, just play it. I don't care. So then when it came down and it was like for social media, for a podcast, and it didn't say us, I was like, what? I was like, all right, whatever. I'm still nominated. You can't take it from me. Then as the night progressed,
I was about to say,
it started to set in even more. I think it was easy to get over because I was sitting there with people. As the night progressed, because I drove back, it was just me in the car. It started setting in, and I got so agitated. I got so not discouraged. I got just, what's the word?
Disappointed?
Disappointed. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. So I don't know how many of y'all watched Let Us Tell It last week. I had just found out the day before, so I was still at the point of, first of all, had I not listened to all these damn kites talking about celebrate everything, I wouldn't have celebrated nothing. But you can't do that with this type of thing because you have to campaign and be excited for the nomination. Meanwhile, I would have wanted to just sit back and wait and be like, did we win? Yay. Did we lose? Yay, I was nominated. Don't matter. But now I got to fall from that from that excitement. But now that all that is passed and I have a little more insight to the votes, I'm actually extremely excited that we were nominated. I'm past being disappointed and all that we lost, because now I know what I know, and I'm like, it is what it is. I'm happy.
So yeah, he was like, we ain't doing this again next year.
And just like, you want to do it again? I said, no, I ain't doing this ever again. Like I explained last week, I don't like getting put in a position to be chosen. If I lose something, it needs to be scientifically proven that I was not fast enough, that I was not strong enough, that it is a clear winner and they are standing right there in front of me, not depending on other people deciding whether I won or not. I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be voted for. I want to be like, no, Marcus got to the top of that thing physically a lot quicker than anybody else. In fact, we got it on camera. He was 3 inches above the other person. I won, or he was 3 inches short. I lost. Cool. Not. And that's just not me. I don't like that.
So I'm frustrated by the loss. And then I'm dealing with, he's got a whole nother frustration. Yeah. So I was just like, okay. And so, it's the duality of my other podcast and my TV show have won. Yeah. And then I'm dealing with this. And I had to tell her, I was like, I'm excited for you. I want to celebrate. I want you to celebrate. I want the excitement to be there. But we both needed time because she really wanted this too. Yeah, I was like, I know you effing lying about this. Because as you all know, in all the other categories, I was pretty much the only one campaigning as far as here's the thing, I was doing the campaigning. For a Black Lady Sketch Show, I was the one doing the campaigning. This, and obviously for social media, personality of the year, I was the one doing the campaigning for myself. This is the only one where I had help campaigning. So that's where I was like, now how? You got to be kidding me. Where 2 or 3 are gathered. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
But we've moved on. Now we know.
Oh, yeah. We're good.
Now we know what's up. We're like, hey, it is what it is.
No, it's Gucci. Anyway, so Wednesday comes along. I finally
that was just Tuesday. Everything we just said all this time was just Tuesday. From the start of the main topic to now, that was just Tuesday.
Not to mention your girl, your friend, Angel Lakita Moore Tanksley, is a size 14. And guess what? Ain't no clothes in the stores that ain't looking like you are the mother of the bride, size 14. And mind you, I'm going to star-studded events. I'm going to events where people are wearing things that were handmade for them by designers, okay? So I am like, while I'm not trying to do that, I am trying to look like I belong there. So on the Friday prior to, or whatever day it was, I'm sitting on the phone with Brescia while I'm on my computer ordering stuff from Saks Fifth Avenue, Bloomingdale's, Neiman Marcus. I'm trying to get in as many dresses as possible because I don't have a stylist for this. And the big reason why I didn't is that out here in LA, the showrooms, and what I mean by showrooms is that designers have showrooms. So like Tom Ford, he has a showroom probably somewhere in Beverly Hills where you can just go in there. It's not like a regular store. This is a place where stylists come to grab an outfit. You don't pay for the outfit. To put on a celebrity on the red carpet, the celebrity then gives it back and it goes back into the showroom. A lot of these showrooms don't have anything past like a size 8, 10. So a stylist that is used to working with small actors is not really used to having to source things that don't fit in that size category. So Brescia was begging me to use her stylist, Reggie, who's an amazing man. They did the alterations to my dress for the luncheon within like a few hours, and because that luncheon dress was not about to zip in. And I was like, no, because what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have to just wear what he can find that I can fit versus what I actually want to wear. We find out at the golf tournament that the dresses that I ordered that were supposed to be in on Tuesday were getting delayed until Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Mind you, my award is being announced on Thursday. And I don't know if y'all know how the calendar works, but it goes Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I can't go back in time. So I'm having to get my assistant, Kennedy, on the phone. I'm calling the manufacturer of the dress. I said, bump Nordstrom's or whoever, Bloomingdale's. I'm calling McDougal. McDougal, there's 2 dresses. I need y'all to pull and overnight them for me. We were able to do it. They got in. If the awards are on Thursday and we're supposed to leave the house at 3 p.m., my dresses got to me at 11:20 a.m. Mm-hmm. I had to do my own alterations. While my makeup is getting done, I am literally sewing,
with a needle and thread,
sewing the dress so that it could be tighter on my shoulder so it wouldn't fall off, and pinning that thing. You talking about like, I was like, because I don't know what else I'm going to do. And I don't want to be on this carpet looking some type of way. I want to look stunning. Now, Marcus, on the other hand, he was able to finally work with, I've been telling him to work with my homegirl for the longest. Her name is Shaq. She wants to only style men and style athletes. And the way she dresses on the more masculine side. She just knows how to.
Her fits be so fire.
They do. They don't look like anybody else's outfits.
No, nobody's.
Like, go ahead.
Yeah, so she was asking me what I wanted to, or she was like, so what are you feeling like? I was told her, my whole concept is I'm not extremely flashy, but when I'm noticed, you can't deny how good I look. That's just what I wanted to go for. So when she was coming up with outfits and we was talking, a lot of stuff that she was naming off, I was like, oh, I got that. So a lot of the stuff I had, I just didn't know how to put it together. It's simple as that. But we went to the mall, and that was the second outfit. No, the first. So we went to the mall, and we were walking around. This is one thing I wanted to point out. It's like we went to, the first thing was shoes. First things first was shoes. So we went to Nordstrom, didn't see anything that stood out. We ended up going to Neiman Marcus. I saw some really fire loafers. I mean, they were so dope. I was like, y'all got these in a 13 or 14. They was like, we got a pair of 13, I think he said they had, but it was in like Arizona. That ain't gonna work because they didn't get to us in time. So we kept looking. We ended up going, long story short, we ended up in Aldo. I found the same exact loafer that I was about to pay $445 for in Aldo. Yeah. It was the identical loafer. The only difference at the bottom, it said Aldo on it. I was like, run
These
it.
are the one.
And they had it in my size and a size bigger. It was like,
he looked so sharp.
So she ended up, came up with the concept of the triple black on black on black, and she was like, we're gonna do the tuxedo shirt with the tuxedo buttons, and the bow tie so you can see the buttons or whatever. I was like, let's do it. She was like, so we're gonna get you a black tuxedo shirt. I said, I got that. She was like, oh, all right, so we gonna get the stark black tux, and I want one with satin on. I said, I got one. So she was like, so what are we doing here? I was like, I don't know how to throw, but she did find me the bow tie to match the.
It was a big velvet
bow tie to match the velvet
so
and satin
pretty.
loafers, and then the satin collar tied in with the satin on the shoe. It was a dope fit.
Yeah, she knew how to just, even the little on the blue suit where he looked fantastic. Yeah. She found this like red
the lapel piece with the chain. She found one with a red diamond on it, so to match Angel's red dress.
But she didn't even know.
No. She said because of your hair. She was like,
she was trying to match it to my hair.
A red lapel to match Angel's hair. She was like, do you mind wearing like jewelry on your lapel? I said, have free reign. I have no idea.
I bought Marcus that suit for Christmas. She literally took that suit from him looking like easily like a pallbearer to looking fashion forward. I was like, what?
Yeah, because first I had a handkerchief. She said, lose the handkerchief. I was like, all right.
She's like,
she said, wear this with, she said, you can do a satin shirt, because I wore those same shoes again. I was going to wear a different pair, but they looked so good with the suit. I said, I'm just going to double up on these shoes or whatever. So she was like, she said, don't do no socks. She said, do black socks with the blue suit. She said, that's going to pull it together. She just knows these things. Like,
so good.
Because I did no socks with the tuck. She said, no, do black socks, because that's going to, trust me, it's going to pull it together. I said, all right.
Now, with mine.
Oh, then the glasses. I had these glasses. I was just like, I wonder if I said it. I think it's Lagar. So I sent her a picture. She said, yes, the glasses. I would have known any of that. I would have, yeah.
She's so good. So the first red dress was exactly what I wanted. I wanted something that was big and playful. That was the night that we went to the NAACP Awards dinner. That was the night they were announcing my category. When I tell you, this entire process of campaigning and like pushing to get this award, because this was the hardest year for this category, hands down. Yeah, there's never been a year where there have been such big people in this category of social media personality.
Drewski has like 8 million.
You already know Keith Lee got 16.
Keith Lee, 16 million.
Lene, her work is just so impressive. It's hard to even put her in the category with us.
Lene's work is impressive and important.
Correct.
Like
important.
It's important what Lene does.
And then Terrell, his production quality and the innovativeness of what he does, again, amazing. And then you got the Margarita girl, okay? And the woman doing challenges or what have you. So I have been like ecstatic about the nomination, but also I told Kevin from the beginning, I said, I actually love being the underdog because I have nothing to lose. Because in most people's eyes, I probably already have lost. Mm-hmm. And that's fine because I'm a pit bull and I will fight. I will fight, okay? And obviously, I know my audience. The Angel Wings, we are a small but mighty crew, okay? You sprinkle in some stage crew in there, we got some dynamite, right? So I've been cool, calm, and collective, not because I thought I was going to win or knew I was going to win. I've just been cool, calm, and collective because if I did lose, it wasn't as if anybody was checking for me to begin with, right? So I was cool until, because none of these other influencers that in the category had attended any of the other things. It's just been me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we sitting there, and I'm like, looking at the program, I'm like, why they always nominate all these people and they know they ain't going to show up to none of the events?
First person I see is Lene. Me and Lene are already cool. We're friends. We've been to events with each other. That's my homie. Next person I see is Terrell. Again, me and Terrell, my dresses were not inexpensive. They were all very expensive.
See.
Paying.
I bought some lapel pieces.
Yeah, that's all.
And some shoes.
That's all he had to do. I had to pay for hair and makeup. Makeup, I'm not even going to tell y'all how much I paid for each time I got my face done.
Makeup?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot. Hair.
Car accessories.
Hair. Very expensive. Ain't nothing about this hair cheap. So, yeah, I'm glad it's over because that was yanking out my pockets.
And it was just a lot happening.
Oh, my God.
A lot.
Yes.
I can't even remember last weekend.
But Jay Bolin, I think, is going to hopefully be willing to add me as a client from what I heard for like bigger events as well as Marcus. But Marcus got Shaq now. So, and Shaq actually took his class.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she took his boot camp class.
Yeah, that's what I'm all about. Yeah, now Shaq done gave me the plug on custom suit. I said, don't tell, girl, huh?
Yeah, she's dope. She's dope at it. So, yeah, I look forward to one day being able to be styled by him because he is one of the few stylists that I know without a shadow of a doubt knows how to style curvy women, period.
Y'all, the best description I can give of Shaq, and that's what I told Angel yesterday, is she reminded me of Edna off The Incredibles. Y'all know the lady that styles their superhero suits? Like, that's what it felt like walking through the mall with her.
Yes.
She's like, okay, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to put something like that together. Come on. All right, let's go. I was like, all right.
I'm telling you, she was great. But it was a great experience. I'm glad I got to experience it with my husband. That was fire, being able to have this for us to do together with our own nomination as well as him being there with me for my nomination. Getting to hold up my end of the bargain for my sister because she helped me with one margarita and she said, if you ever get nominated, you got to.
Yeah, that was dope for her to get to be there.
So she got to meet people. She's a huge fan of Jamel Hill. Luckily, we just did TBTB with her. So I was able to be like.
And we just saw her. Oh, was she at the NAACP?
No, she was at
Cody's, Tommy's party.
So Melissa got to get a picture with her. My mother, she said, I got to see Lunatic, meaning Ludacris. And she said to DeVal, because DeVal Ellis was there. Yeah. We met at a restaurant, didn't we? She's talking about the manager of a restaurant at a restaurant here at Woodland Hills.
I ain't seen the Val probably in what, 2 years?
At least.
It's been about 2 years. This is at the NAACP, the dinner or the
awards, the after par.
No.
Oh, you saw him at the awards. Yeah,
at the awards. I leave out 1 second. As soon as they like braked, went to commercial, I was like, I gotta go use the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. I'm over washing my hands. I ain't gonna tell y'all what he said. He said, I would shake your hand, but blah, blah, blah. And I look up and I was like, oh shit, what's up? So we sat back. I forgot. I was like, I said, man, I gotta get back up here. But it was good seeing him. Did you ever see Kadeem?
She was at a baby shower.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it was good seeing him though. Yeah, we're gonna be in talks. We talked for a little bit.
Yeah. So it was great. It was an exhausting experience. Congratulations to all the nominees, all the winners.
Hold up.
It's exhausting.
I got to tell him about your mama. So we watched the Ludacris perform. Like Angel said, he did a phenomenal job. He was up there for probably
so good. He's in my top 5.
Hour and a half.
Luda.
It was about an hour and a half.
I don't think it was a whole hour.
You don't think it was a full hour?
Nah.
All right. Anyway, he was up there for a minute performing. Song, hit after hit, song after song. Dealing with talking to the crowd and everything, did his thing. So we in the car on the way home. Yeah, and Angel's mama said, what did she ask?
Now, what that guy up there performing, wasn't he in The Fast? The movie, The Fast? I said, yes, he was. She said, I kept thinking I'd seen him before. I said, yes, he was.
And that would have been what, Dorothy?
Uh-huh.
And then next week, you remember that man that was on stage that Dorothy said she knew? I just seen him in a movie. Mama, that's the damn movie that she was talking about.
Oh, yeah, your mama called me and was like, now why the hell I ain't a +1? Why the hell ain't I one of the +1s? I said, because you would have had to fight my sister. She said, I'll fight Melissa. I ain't got no problem with that. I'll fight her. I said, also, you always like to have excuses of why you can't take off. Oh, Charlene, she took off a week to take her kids on vacation, so they need me here. She was like, I said, Mama, we hear from you all the time. She said, I ain't the one who can't take off of work. It's your mama. I said, while my mother won't take off of work, she'll still be there. She'll just be there with her computer in her lap on her loud calls. I said, but she will be there. I said, you the one that always got to go to work because somebody else then took off.
That was the case. Now, did I tell you about the last time she came out here? They was like, well, we need you back on this day. She said, well, I'll be back when I land. I won't be there that day.
So we got her next time. If Marcus allows this podcast to be nominated or to submit for nomination.
I got to get details on certain things first.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Help us, Jesus. Go ahead, babe.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. We were here with some sponsors. Hold up. First of all, y'all can find me on Marcel LeGrand. I don't because I wasn't there yet. I wasn't there.
But you always go, because I do it over on that podcast.
Because I always say, Goose, go on, let them know where they can find you.
You could have said that to me.
Angel, go on, let them know where they can find you.
You can find me in the winner's circle, period. That Chick Angel, pretty much across all platforms. That Chick Angel TV on TikTok before it gets banned. And we got beauty products on mamalikes.com, shopmamalikes.com. I'm realizing the site is not showing all of the products the way they're supposed to. So I'm working on fixing that. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, y'all can find me on Instagram, Marcus on the Gram, Facebook, and Marcus on the Book. And for now, TikTok. Tank don't talk.
Yeah, boo, boo, boo.
Go ahead.
Thank you to our sponsors, BetterHelp and Earnin. Please use our promo codes for Earnin. You type in argument under podcast, and for BetterHelp, it is betterhelp.com/argue.
We'll holler back at y'all next time.
Bye.